What's up guys, how's it going? MikeTheTech here, and in this video we've got an unboxing for you. This one's kind of fun. I think I know what this one is because I kind of timed the tracking, but it's kind of an interesting one that needs a little bit more explanation once we get it all opened up. So before we get started, if you're watching this video, chances are you're not subscribed because 99% of you are not subscribed, and that's a pretty bad number. So if you like this one, be sure to click on that sub or thanks button below. Alright, so on to the unboxing itself. So we're going to be careful not to show the other side of the package because that is where my address is. So that's the no-no zone for this video, but we are, ooh, that opened up really easily. Maybe opening boxes on the bottom is the strat. Alright, so good enough. Let's see what's inside. Yes, it is exactly what I thought it was going to be. This is the FLSNT Edison bulb. This is a dusk to dawn Edison bulb, and you can see it's more of a vintage classic looking bulb style because of the type of filament and kind of winding lines that they have going up. But the interesting thing, and the reason I said this needs a little bit more explanation, is this is what's known as a dusk to dawn bulb, which means instead of having to turn on or off your outdoor lights, for example, you can leave them on, and this is actually going to sense how much light is needed outside and brighten or darken based on essentially how bright it is. And there's no fancy setup or anything. You literally just plug it in to your light fixture. You just turn it in. It has a standard A20, I believe they're called, connection. Now 5000K is more on the blue side of the spectrum than the orange side, so it is going to give you a more modern look with that, with a vintage kind of application. So let's open up this bulb and see what it looks like. And it comes with two, it looks like, which is kind of cool. This will save you a lot of energy. Not only is this essentially giving you 60 watts of light output using only 7 watts of power, but it's also not using the full amount of power almost all the time. At nighttime, maybe it'll be at full power, but as soon as any kind of light, even from the moon, comes in, it's going to start lowering, and during the day, it's just going to turn off completely, so that you just save a ton of energy without having to remember to turn anything on or off. So let's go ahead and see what this looks like. I'm going to be very careful taking it out because I don't want to break the bulbs. Alright, so they're placed, one's upside down, one's upside up. That makes sense. And we're going to be really gentle. We don't really want to touch the bulb too much, but you can see here that it has some very long filaments that go from the bottom to the top. You can see the wire is connected with plastic tubing to kind of keep that safe and from burning out and things like that. So it'll be pretty long lasting, I would hope and assume. And then there's no buttons or anything. You just plug it into a standard outlet. And again, this essentially detects on its own how much light needs to be in the room. So I'm going to plug this into just like a standard light fixture just so you can see what it looks like. Alright, so I have a light fixture here, and I am going to plug that into my BN Link smart power strip, which has been super cool. And we're going to go ahead and put this in. And now I'm going to go ahead and use the power strip function to turn that on. And there is our light. Ooh, it is very bright for 7 watts, I'll say that. So essentially that will run, and right, it looks like it's going up and down in brightness, but that's just because I'm going and moving my hand over it. But it will essentially raise or lower in brightness based on the outside needs. If it's the daytime, it will be off, and if it's the nighttime, it will be on. Pretty cool, great way to save some money. And yeah, I know that this isn't directly tech related because it is a standard filament bulb, but it has some really interesting smart features in terms of turning on and off at the right times, using just about as much energy as LEDs would to get the same kind of light output. I think it's really cool. So yeah, thank you so much for thank you so much to FLSNT for sending this over, and I will be installing these outside. Peace.
with the short views for ignorant minds. You can learn a thing or two about a new device. Unboxing kudos, we rock that pseudo administrative elevator command. We build it up or break it down in that virtual lab. From conversations to games to interviews with a broader view. He keeps it fresh, always brings something new. It's MikeTheTech, MikeTheTech, the architect. MikeTheTech, yeah. MikeTheTech, the architect.